Hello and welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, hello. My name is Amy. On this channel, we talk all things spiritual journey, oracle cards, tarot cards, pendulums, spirit guides, crystals, Reiki, all the things. So that's kind of what you're into. Hit the subscribe button and hang around. So what we're talking today is energetic protection. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about is, do we even need it? Because I think what happens is, especially if you're kind of at the beginning of your journey with all of this stuff, it can feel a little overwhelming. Like, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to do this and it has to be in a certain way, etc. So energetic protection, I think, can be a great thing to learn, but I also think that we do need some discernment with it, because it's not like 100% a truth that you actually need it. It might be for you. I should say collectively, it's not 100% truth that you need it. It's also, it could be something that would be aligned for you in certain phases of your life, or aligned for you when you're going to certain places or you're going to be around certain people. Or aligned for you to do, maybe once a month, or some of you it's going to be once a week. Some of you it could be daily. Some of you it could be multiple times a day. And that can also change depending what's going on in your life. So for example, right now, I'm being guided to do no energetic protection. I have not done any sort of protection like what I'm going to talk about for, I don't know, maybe 10 days. And then I'll go through periods where I'm guided to, daily kind of energetically protect me, my house, my family, the land I'm on. So you can also do whatever, everything I'm going to talk about, you can also do, you can do for yourself, you can do for the land you're taking care of, your home, the people that live with you, really anything. However, I just really want to get, kind of lay the foundation that it is not 100% necessary for everyone. So how do you know? How do you know if it's aligned for you or not, right? Number one, if it feels overwhelming, it's probably not aligned for you right now. There's probably something else for you to focus on. You're more than welcome to comment, by the way. I'm happy to give you confirmation on. All I ask is that you put your best guess in the comments of if you think it's aligned for you to be doing some sort of energetic protection daily, monthly, like not at all, not even worrying about it. So feel free to throw that in the comments and I'm happy to confirm for you, checking in with your higher self. The best, easiest way to tell really is to learn how to use a pendulum, in my opinion. Learn how to really check into your body or check in with your higher self, because then you can just ask, is it in my highest alignment to energetically protect myself, etc. If you don't quite have those skills yet where you can really tune in and get those answers, either with a tool or just with your own knowing, I would just check into how you're feeling. Do you feel like, did you click on this video like, oh, I'm excited to bring some energetic protection into my life? Or are you like, oh God, like this is just another thing I need to add? So check in how it feels to you. Like, are you feeling kind of drawn to it, or does it feel like it's like a lot? And now the next biggest thing with energetic protection, in my opinion, is it's the same if you're going to be trying to clear energy, the same if you're going to be trying to add a certain energy in, and the same with protecting. The biggest, most important thing is your intention. Our intention, aka our thoughts, are so powerful. Once you really lean into how powerful your thoughts are, is when we also start noticing we might want to change how we're thinking a bit, because they are so powerful. I'm not saying like every thought you think, like you have to be worried that that's going to happen or something like that. But I do think it's very important to pay attention to our thoughts. And when we realize how powerful our thoughts are, we can see how setting an intention is so powerful. So the biggest thing is that to actually have the energetic protection work, is to, one, believe it, but also just to set the intention that that's what you're doing. You're energetically protecting yourself. If you know what you're protecting yourself from, you could say that with your intention, either in your head or out loud. It works either way. You could write it down if you're someone that feels like you need to write it to make it more like potent. But the big thing is you are thinking, whatever action that you're about to take, you are thinking and you're asking for it to be energetically protecting of you. I should say the easiest way, I think, if you feel like you don't quite have the skills of this yet, or you don't want to like practice these skills right now, you can also just ask. You can ask your higher self, you can ask your spirit team, you can ask whatever energies you connect with, God, source, love, angels, whatever or whoever you connect with, you can ask for protection from them. So that is kind of a nice way to start, or if you're kind of in a rush or you're not really sure what to do, you can always just ask. You don't have to do everything yourself. I think we forget sometimes that we, in my opinion, we're meant to work as a team with our spirit team, with our higher self. So definitely ask. You could even ask your future self to help you. If you're like, okay, I know I'm going to know how to do this soon, I'm going to ask my future self to like protect me. Okay. So what are some actual ways of doing this? Like I said, as long as you've got the intention there, anything can be protecting, I believe, if you're guided to do it. So if you like to use something that I don't mention, please put it in the comments, because it would be a great way for other people to be able to read and see if that's something they want to try. So we already said like asking for it from spirit team or source or whatever. The next, I would say, simplest way is to imagine, aka visualize. It's totally fine, by the way, if you don't literally see your visuals in like your mind's eye. You do not need to be able to see like a movie in order to, when I say visualize. That's why sometimes I like to say the word imagine. It would be just like if I said, okay, can you imagine like a grassy hill with the sun shining, with blue skies, and there's a beautiful hawk flying in the sky and a person laying on the hill. If you can imagine that, you can visualize. And even if you can't, just saying the words, your brain is still going to be visualizing it, even if you don't actually feel like you're seeing it. So you can visualize different things. Some people like to do a bubble of energetic protection. So you could imagine that you are inside this beautiful bubble. Maybe you choose the color. Maybe you choose kind of like the sheen. Like, is it iridescent? Is it glittery? Is it clear? Is it solid? You can kind of choose how you want to see that bubble around you and just ask to be protected. Having this bubble around you, you could imagine that you're just being bathed in like the most beautiful light or energy, and you could again choose a color, is it glittery, and just asking that envelop you and protect you from anything that is not in your highest good. Some people I know like to imagine that they're like zipping up their energy, and that protects them. If you are someone who does Reiki, or you like to call on energy, by the way, anyone can do Reiki, even if you're not certified. And I am certified, so I can say that. I love to do a Reiki shower. Again, you could call on Reiki, life energy, or source energy, love energy. You could call on the highest, most healing, protected energy that you have access to. I would just rub my hands together and place my hands over my head and just ask that Reiki or that energy just flow all around me. You can move your hands around, and just that it's enveloping you and protecting you. So Reiki can be beautiful for that. We said imagining. You could use anything with smoke. So I love getting like these little sage leaves. I do think it's important to buy from like a sustainably sourced place. You can pretty much just Google like sustainably sourced sage if you don't know where to get it, but I like getting the leaves better. I find you can burn just one and it lasts a lot longer. These bundles are beautiful, but I find I don't get they don't last as long for me. So I'll get like a little bag of these. And if this was lit, we're just asking that this sage protect us. This would be the same as energy clearing. But since we have the intention of protecting, that's what it can do. You can use incense. I was gonna light this, but my lighter's not down here. So you could light a stick of incense and do the same thing, just asking that the smoke energetically protect you. You can use crystals. So a few different ways to use crystals. This is just a selenite. Again, this would be the same as clearing energy, but because I'm asking for protection, it can be protecting my energy. So I could move this all around my body and ask for energetic protection. This is like a crystal that I like to do that with. The other kind of crystals that I typically find are pretty good for energetically protecting are the darker crystals. So usually like the black crystals. This is smoky quartz. I wouldn't use one this, well, so I do have a whole video on crystals. Maybe I'll link that after. You can obviously carry crystals. I know a lot of people put them in their bra. I personally don't do that anymore. If I really want to use a crystal for energetic protection, what I will do is I will wear like a necklace or maybe a bracelet, and I will set the intention that this crystal is supporting me in protecting my energy, and I will wear like that one necklace or the one bracelet. I'm not saying you can't wear multiple, but I would give like that one crystal a job of energetically protecting yourself. I don't think we need to wear a ton of crystals on our body, but again, that's just my perspective. Now, if I wanted energetic protection, like if I was running a big call right now, maybe this huge smoky quartz I would have maybe asked for energetic protection from the crystal. It can kind of be like a set it and forget it type thing, which can be really helpful. Pendulums. I feel like pendulums, in my opinion, are just the best tool. So you can also use a pendulum for energetic protection. When I ask for protection from my pendulum, it does a clockwise circle like this. And I just imagine that it is just like, as it's doing its motion, I'm just being like cloaked in almost like this invisible barrier to keep me energetically protected from what is not in my highest alignment, but allowing what is in my highest alignment to flow in. Also, I do have an oil here. You could even, you kind of see what essential oil you're guided towards to use as protection. I could see like putting some on my wrists, maybe like on my neck, and just asking as I do it that this oil energetically protects me. But like the big thing, it's really intention. It's what you believe. If you believe it with the intention, I truly believe that it will work. And then the other huge part is just really, if it's feeling like a chore, you probably don't need to be doing it. So just really kind of feeling into the idea of, at this moment in my life, this phase in my life, what feels right for the amount of energetic protection for me to be focusing on, and just keeping in mind that it is most likely going to ebb and flow as you change, as everything changes. Oh, the last thing that I would say about energetic protection, besides being able to feel into if it's necessary, when it's necessary, how often it's necessary, and the intention, is just anything that naturally raises your vibration is going to be more energetically protecting of yourself. So you can think about it like, okay, how can I protect myself? You could also shift your perspective a bit. And I'm not saying one of these is better than the other, but you could also shift your perspective to focus more on, okay, what can I do for my body and my environment to raise the vibration so I don't even need to think about energetic protection. That could be having like more plants in your environment. Something like a salt lamp can raise the vibration, like incense, sage, diffusing oils, having crystals. So much of what we talked, not having clutter, not having like I feel like I'm calling some of you out right now. Not having like piles of stuff. I'm looking over there, my basement, the rest of the basement's like a mess right now. But not having like just piles of stuff that you need to like put away or deal with. If you're kind of having that more streamlined look to your home can raise the vibration. Letting like natural light in, raise the vibration. So it's kind of like two sides of the coin. It's going to speak to different people differently. So if you feel like you want to lean more into the like energetically protecting yourself, that's probably right for you. If you feel like you want to lean more into, okay, how can I just raise the vibration of me or my environment? Go ahead and do that. And there's obviously going to be overlap with that too. Okay, I would love to hear what you do or what you took from the video. One of my favorite things is hearing like what I love having people just anchor in one thing, choose one thing from the video, anchor it in by typing it below. It helps you to remember, it helps you to really anchor it into your body. I'm just always so curious what you hear from the video that you're meant to anchor in, because sometimes it's not even something I've said. It's something that you've just kind of heard between the lines. And I just think it's fascinating. If you are into this kind of thing and you want more of this, I do have I just uploaded it. It's from my last free training series that I ran. It's like 13 videos. 3 of them are 1-hour masterclasses. Not to brag too much, but there's some good stuff in those videos. One of the videos is about energetic protection. So if you're into this kind of stuff, I will put that in probably the comment and the description. Totally free. All you need to do is put your email in and then you get on my email list. I love sending out usually Monday emails. I pull cards on Facebook and then I'll send out a summary email just to kind of what we're meant to know for the week to live our most aligned life. So yeah, I will see you in the comments or in your email, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.